confiscate several contrabands and arrested some inmates doon noong 2013 tsaka 2014. Much of this po ay we are under the control and supervision ng Secretary.
Pero ikaw ang namamahala sa Bureau of Correction.
Opo.
Kaya hindi mo maaring gawin na alibay ang otoridad ng Department of Justice o ni Secretary de Lima.
Lahat po ay kailangan may approval po sa taas.
Ang ibig mong sabihin ay hindi ka makakagalaw sa loob ng Bureau ng Bilibid Prison kung walang approval si Secretary de Lima.
Meron po to a certain level. Kaya nga po sinasabi ko kanina na marami po kaming natrabaho doon, na confiscate ng mga contrabands to prevent proliferation of illegal activities sa loob noong 2013 po at saka 2014.
May na-confiscate kayo pero hindi nyo pa rin nasugpo ang isang tao na si JB Sebastian.
Tama po yan.
Ngayon, pagkatapos ng ilang taon na hindi ninyo nasugpo si JB Sebastian na iisang tao, masasabi mo ba, General Bucayo, na natupad mo ang iyong tungkulin na sinumpaan nung ikaw ay itinalaga bilang direktor ng Bureau of Prison?
Your Honor, I tried my best and in all my capacity, nagawin po lahat ng maaari kong magawa upang may ayos po ang Bucor at mapahinto ang mga illegal na gawain sa loob.
Kaya inamin mong wala ka nagawa?
Marami po akong nagawa, Your Honor.
Ang pagsugpo kay JB Sebastian.
Tama po yan.
Ano ang dahilan? Bakit? Iisang tao na hindi mo masugpo.
Sa aking sa gawain, Your Honor, ako po ay nagplano ng Oplan Nomad upang ihiwalay ang mga high risk and high profile inmate. And it was successful. And after 80 years, ito lang po yung unprecedented and first time na nangyari over several years, yung magnitude ng ganitong operasyon na kinailangang ng mga more than 400 na tao upang magawa po ito.
Tanong ko sa iyo, General Bucayo, ay bakit hindi mo nagawa?
Nang kami po ay, si JB po ay hindi nakasama doon sa 20 na yon. Dahil po nung kami nag-uusap, na pag-isip-isipan po ng grupo na kung maaalis silang lahat ay maaaring magkaroon ng vacuum of leadership. So, ang usapan po dyan, naging usapan ay pinagpilian kung si JB o si Kulangko. Ngunit ang napag-agrihan po ng grupo at that time ay si JB ang maiwan dahil sa tingin ng grupo siya po ang more manageable and cooperative. Yun po yun.
Sino ang leader sa National Bilibid Prison? Si Kulangko, si JB Sebastian o ikaw na direktor ng correction?
Ako po ang namamahala sa...
Bakit kailangan at matatakot kayo na magkaroon ng vacuum kung susugpuin ninyo si Sebastian?
Ito po yung realidad. Yun po yung kultura na umiikot po sa loob ng ating piitan.
Ang ibig mong sabihin ay pababayaan mo, General Bucayo, na mamayagpag ang isang kultura na iyan ay iyong obligasyon na dapat supuin bilang direktor ng Bureau of Correction.
Hindi naman po. Kaya po,
Kung hindi, bakit hindi mo ginawa?
Kaya po kami nagplano ng mahinahon na talagang alamin yung terrain. Dahil po, kapag parehas ng sinasabi ko po kanina, ang ating kulungan po ay hindi restrained ang mga inmate. Yan po ay naglalakad-lakad lang ho dyan at meron tayong 13 gangs inside. Ang gwardiya po natin dyan at times ay 14,000 po nasa maximum at ang gwardiya po natin dyan ay baka wala pang 100 sa...
At illegal sa loob ng kulungan.
Marami pong pwedeng gawain.
Bakit hindi ninyo ginawa?
Ngunit ang isang malaking problema po kasi yung ating facility. Wala na po kasing ibang paglalagyan. Hindi po tayo pwedeng kumuha riyan at iwanan din po natin dahil wala na hong yung ating jail facility has no segregation capability. Yan po yung tunay na sakit ng ating opisina, ng ating mga piitan. It has become a fort, a walled city. Ganun po yung nangyari doon. Kaya napakahirap po talaga na i-handle sila sa supposedly standard na pamamaraan.
Ikaw ba'y humingi ng tulong kay Secretary de Lima sa mga problemang ito?
Opo.
Ano ang kanyang reaksyon sa tulong na iyong hinihingi? Ang aking tinatanong sa iyo ay kung ikaw ay humingi ng tulong kay Secretary de Lima upang mabigyan ng solusyon ang kakulangan natin sa ating kulungan. Ang OPLAN ay one-time solution. Ang aking tinatanong sa iyo, ano ang iyong hininging tulong? Ikaw ay humingi ng tulong
ay tulungan po ako in 2 budget period. Ako po ay nagpunta sa mga at nagpatulong din po ako sa kanya na bigyan po ang Bucor ng budget upang makagawa ng kahit na small capacity jail na kayang magkulong ng mga 100 to 200 para po yung mga high risk, high profile inmate na nakaka-impluwensya doon sa general population ay ma-segregate po natin para upang sa ganon ay matigil ang mga illegal na gawain. Sa lahat po ito ng mga regional offices. Yun po ang hiningi ko sa kanila.
Walang tulong na binigay si Secretary de Lima.
Wala po.
Kaya ibig mong sabihin na hindi rin tinupad ni Secretary de Lima ang kanyang tungkulin bilang then Secretary of Justice upang maisaayos ang ating mga kulungan.
Ang alam ko po ay isinabit din po niya yung aking mga request pero wala pong nabigay na suporta.
Ngayon, General Bucayo, klaro na wala kang nagawa na supuin si Sebastian.
Po yun sa ating nagawa na isegregate.
Kung may nailipat ka na 19 sa NBI, bakit hindi mo isinama si Sebastian?
Gaya po ng maagang nasabi ko na, as a matter of culture, doon po sa loob ng ating piitan. Dahil yung ating piitan po ay hindi direhas. Baka ho magkaroon ng riot pag nagkaroon po ng rush for leadership.
Maaari pa ba silang mag-riot kung sila lahat ay nasa NBI?
Yun nga ho ang problema dahil limitado rin po ang pwedeng i-accommodate sa NBI.
Kailangan ba na meron silang kutsyon? Kailangan ba na sila ay nakakapaglaro ng tennis, ng basketball sa kanilang kulungan sa NBI na hindi mo maisama si Sebastian sa mga inilipat sa NBI?
Sa katotohanan lang po, Your Honor, yung pag-iwan namin kay Sebastian, we were thinking at that time, yung interagency, na very temporary. Very temporary dahil sa kadahilan ng pag naayos na ho at natanggal na kasi yung mga top level at maaaring mag-normalize. Kasi, Your Honor, at that time, pinagagawa ko pa ho yung Building 14.
Ang tanong ko sa iyo, huwag mong sayangin, General Bucayo, ang aking oras. Ang tanong ko sa iyo ay, sa 19 o sa mga inmates na inilipat sa NBI, bakit hindi mo isinama si Sebastian?
Your Honor, nabanggit ko na ho yung reason kong kanina, ngunit nandito po sa atin si General Villasanta na magbibigay pa ho sa inyong katanungan ng isang reason.
Ikaw ang tinatanong ko, General Bucayo.
Opo.
Ano ang espesyal na dahilan? Dahil ba siya'y favored na inmate? Ikaw ba'y may instruction na huwag siyang isama?
Hindi po. Hindi po yun. Ako po ay wala po sa intelligence group at saka sa law enforcement na nagbuo po ng mga pangalan ng mga iyan. Ako po ang binibigyan lang po nila ng informasyon. So, gaya po ng sinabi ko, makapagpapaliwanag po ng additional yang ang PAOK dahil po sila po yung nagtrabaho po ng mga impormasyong tungkol diyan.
Pero ikaw ang direktor ng Bureau of Correction. Pagkatapos ni Secretary de Lima, ikaw ang pinakamakapangyarihang tao dyan sa loob.
Tama po yun. Ngunit ako po ay in working relation with the intelligence group na nagbuo po ng mga pangalan.
Ano pa ang kailangan ng intelligence group dyan sa loob ng Bureau of Correction? It is a matter of including him. Kailangan pa bang tiktikan kung kailangang isama siya sa itatransfer sa NBI?
Ang gaya po ng sinabi ko kanina, ito po ay consensus po ng grupo nung naiwan si JB. Ang grupo nito ay yung PAOK, NBI at saka DOJ.
Ano ang kanilang dahilan at naiwan siya?
Your Honor, kung papayagan niyo po na yun na pong PAOK ang makapagpaliwanag dahil sa kanila po yung decision.
Ikaw ang may disposition ng inmate sa loob. Kung siya ay na-transfer o hindi, kailangan ng iyong authority. Okay. Kailangan ng iyong consent. Ano ang dahilan na ibinigay sa iyo? bakit hindi isinama si JB Sebastian nang siya inilipat?
Your Honor, ang isa pang kadahilanan kaya hindi po naisama ito.
General Bucayo, bago ka magpatuloy, huwag mong sasabihin na isa pang kadahilanan
Apo.
sapagkat wala ka pang ibinibigay.
Yes, Your Honor. Ang yung una pong kadahilanan ay yung grupo po initially believed that JB is more manageable and cooperative. Yun po ang una po. Your Honor, yung una pong kadahilanan, nasasabi ko na po kanina, ay napili po ng consensus ng grupo na napili po si JB Sebastian na maiwan dahil sa paniniwalang siya po ay manageable and cooperative upang hindi po magkagulo ang magagang meanwhile right after the segregation of the 19.
Ang ibig mong sabihin, General Bucayo, ay pinaubayan ninyo ang kulungan kay JB Sebastian sapagkat siya ang pinakamakapangyarihan at pinaka-maimpluwensyang inmate sa loob na siya ay maaring sundin ng mga iba pang inmates.
Sa kultura pong tumatakbo doon at doon po sa naobserbahan kong gawain doon, ang ating pong mga gwardiya uses inmates in helping them maintain order sa loob. Ganun po yung nangyayari
Kaya
sa loob.
kung wala si JB Sebastian doon, ay magkakagulo na at wala na kayong magagawa sa kulungan.
There's a great possibility po na magiging violent o magkakaroon ng rush for leadership pag wala pong nailagay na kung tinitignan nila na parang magiging leader.
Kaya ipinaabot mo sa committee, General Bucayo, na walang kwenta kayo lahat sa sa kulungan dahil si JB Bautista ang inyong inaasahan, si JB Sebastian ang inyong inaasahan.
Hindi naman po sa ganon, Your Honor.
Bakit kailangan nyo si Sebastian kung kayo ay may magagawa sa kulungan?
Gaya po ng sinabi ko kanina, nang ako po ay dumating sa Bucor, nakita ko po na ang Bucor ay wala pong kakayanan.
Pababayaan nyo ba ang kawalan ng kakayanan ng Bucor at pababayaan nyo ba na ang kulturang nandiyan dyan sa Bucor ang siyang magpapatakbo ng Bureau of Correction?
Hindi po. Kaya nga po, gumagawa po ako ng mga paraan.
Nyo itinransfer si Bautista sa NBI, si Sebastian sa NBI. Dahil ang dahilan ninyo ay siya ang sinusunod, cooperative at dahil sa kultura. Bakit pinababayaan ninyo na ang kultura ang mamayani sa loob ng Bureau of Correction?
Yung pong pag-iwan kay JB ay very temporary lang po. We are trying to manage po yung situation at the moment.
Bakit? Permanente ba yung mga inilipat nyo sa NBI?
Your Honor, that is your last question.
Hindi po. Katunayan po, at that time, ginagawa po yung Building 14. Doon po namin ilalagay itong aming mga sinegregate. At niraras lang po namin yan, kaya lang po, at that time, hindi pa ho tapos.
I hear your explanation, General Bucayo, but this explanation are so flimsy. This excuse is lame. I cannot believe them. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Deputy Speaker. Kanina po, panayan turo ni General Bucayo kay General Villasanta. Just on that point na gustong ipaliwanag ni General Bucayo, pwede bang marinig namin ang kasagutan mo, General Villasanta, even if you have not submitted your statement or affidavit to this committee?
Your Honor,
Please, go ahead.
masasagot ko po sana itong ang katanungan.
Before that, you also have a right to counsel
Yes.
para lang maintindihan mo. No? So, kung handa kang sagutin yan, please say it straightforwardly.
Ang
Mr.
magiging
Chair, before the answer, Mr. Chair, this would mean that this General Villasanta will be asked later kasi may precedent na siya na magsasagot siya ng question ngayon. So if I will be allowed later to ask this person, would the committee chair allow me to ask this resource speaker?
We allowed him only on this point, no? So
Only on this point.
if it is something to expound on that, then perhaps. Pero kasi kanina yung explanation given by the majority, the Rules Committee Chair is that wala pang boundaries yung kanyang sasabihin. But ito naman, for this particular point, only on that point, we are requesting him to issue the clarification and to respond.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Chair.
ganito po kasi yun, Your Honor. Ang PAOK po, kami po ang gumawa ng intelligence package doon sa loob ng Bucor.
Can we put him under oath, Mr. Chair? And for that point only? Okay, thank you.
At ang doon po sa katanungan na yun, kung aking pong i-explain, I would, ipagpapaumanhin niyo po, I would respectfully request for an executive session.
Mr. Chair,
So, sige, we will. So you're not ready to answer this at this moment because you are requesting for an executive session on this. Kasi
Yes, sir.
medyo kulang kami ng members for us to be able to vote on it.
Halos mga ex-officio ito. Regular and ex-officio members.
So, ilan tayo?
what is the specific question, Mr. Chair?
Yung yung tinuturo ni General Bucayo na hindi niya masagot of the questions of Deputy Speaker.
Maybe later on we will proceed first with the other.
Okay, so we will just defer this matter and give way to the next interpellator, who is Congressman Barbers.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Wala bang mag-yield ng balance ng oras nila sa akin? Am I
Mukhang wala
limited to 3 minutes, Mr. Chair?
Oh, you have 6 minutes,
Salamat po.
Your Honor.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you to our majority floor leader. Thank you. Hindi naman din po mahaba ito. Gusto ko lamang po magkaroon ng clarification. Didiretsuhin ko na yung tanong kay General Bucayo. General, kung di ako nagkakamali, 2 taon ho kayong direktor ng Bucor. Tama po ba?
Yes, Your Honor.
From March 2013 to December 2014, prior to the December 15 raid of Langalugad, kayo ang direktor, di ba po?
Opo.
Doon ho sa period na yon, bago ho ni raid yung Bucor, ano hong mga reforma ang na-institute nyo dun sa Bucor?
Maraming pong salamat, Your Honor. Kaya na sinabi ko kanina, unang-una po rito, I embark on two trust. Yung isa, capacitating Bucor, dahil talaga yung opisina po ay for decades wala pa nangyari.
General, with all
Opo.
due respect, no, kasi yung sinasabi nyong capacitate, in
Opo.
theory lang ho yan eh.
Opo.
Ang gusto namin, anong ginawa nyo to
Yes.
stop, anong programang ginawa nyo nga para mapigilan ho yung paglaki ng sistema ng pagbibenta ng droga sa loob,
Opo.
pagpasok ng kontrabando,
Yes.
pagpasok ng jacuzzi, TV, droga, baril, lahat to pumasok doon during your time eh. In fact, sinabi nyo nga ho dito sa inyong affidavit sa paragraph number 10, number 6, no, in-enumerate nyo dito yung mga nakita nyong problema
Opo.
ng Bucor nung pumasok
Na
kayo.
inabutan ko po.
At inaabot niyo yan. Sabi niyo pa nga, decade-long problem na ito.
Yes.
Sinabi niyo, existence of kubol
Yeah.
and VIP system among inmates. Anong ginawa niyo ho doon?
Opo. Unang-una po, meron ang isang ginawa po natin dahil na gaya na sinabi ko, parang fort na ho yung loob. I tried to limit the movement. So ginawa ko po quadranting. Hinati ko po sa 4 yung...
So in other words, may dinismantle kayong kubol.
Opo.
Meron kayong dinismantle
Natal
na
na
kubol.
kubol.
Meron kayong...
Hinati po namin yung ginagalawan nila instead of they being able to move around the whole 9 hectares. Hinati po natin sa 4 yun. And I designed and started to build Building 14, which is a standard jail na ito po may rehas na, pwede po dalawang tao rito. Nung ginawa po natin yan, it can house at least mga 56 inmates, yung Building 14. Hindi lang ho yan umabot dahil nung ni-raid na yan, hindi pa ho natatapos, kaya sa NBI muna nalagay yung 19. Also, nagpalabas po tayo ng mga maraming policy limiting the entry of our personnel sa loob. Ang tawag po namin dyan yung no duty, no entry. So, pinagbawal ko ho na ang mga personnel natin ay hindi ho pwedeng pumasok doon nang wala silang duty. Aside from, nabanggit ko kanina, yung very basic data po ng Bucor, wala pong computerized inmates record. Meron lang po sila noon MS-DOS. Kaya po hindi natin maiproject kung sino po ang lalaya sa susunod na buwan at sa susunod na buwan. So, kinomputerize po natin yan at kung saan-saan pa namin kinuha po yung mga record niyan at nang makomputerize po natin yan, inabot po ako ng 1 year and 2 months. Dahil po yung mga record niyan ay parang mga crackers na ho at kulay brown na. And then we encoded it and then that made it easy to identify and to determine kailan lalaya. And this produced about 81 inmates na napalaya po natin na overstaying. 81 inmate po ang napalaya natin dyan. I also streamlined yung pasok po ng mga volunteers. Marami po kasi dyan RVOs or Religious Volunteer Organization na pumapasok na kaliwat kanan. There are about 300 volunteer organization that come in and out doon sa loob. At minsan yan po ang source ng pagpasok ng mga kontrabando at mga prostitution. So when we streamline that, about 130 were banned from entering the facility.
Okay.
So, ito po.
General, the reason why I allowed and I gave you little time para ma-explain mo kung ano yung mga nagawa mo,
Yes.
kasi hindi ka nagkaroon ng pagkakataon kanina. No?
Yes,
So
Your
meron ka naman palang nagawa.
Meron po.
Pero sa aking nakita at nabasa sa iyong affidavit, no, tingin ko parang you have incriminated yourself in your affidavit eh. Kasi parang alam mo kung ano yung mga problema, alam mo kung ano yung persistent na mga illegal activities dun sa loob, and yet wala kayong nagawa. Perfect example ho dito yung pagpasok ho ng mga kontrabando.
Opo.
Paano ho nakalampas sa mga mata nyo yung jacuzzi, TV, aircon? Paano ho yun?
Una.
Paliwanag nyo nga ho sa amin.
Unang-una po, hindi po natin alam kung pumasok po yan. Sabi ko nga po,
Teka. Hindi mo alam kung pumasok yan? Hindi mo ba nakita na meron doon sa loob?
Ma-explain ko lang po. Ako po ay sa panahon ng nakaraang administrasyon, pang-apat lang po akong direktor dyan. And 3 years after tsaka lang po ako pumasok. And kaya
Nung
nga
pumasok ka, alam mo na meron na.
meron na po.
Anong ginawa mo, General?
Yun nga po, we conducted a lot of operations dyan. Ako nga po ang nagpatanggal dyan ng yung golf carts na dinatnang ko na, tinanggal ko na lahat yan. We were able to remove also about 46 or 50 air condition. Marami po kami tinanggal dyan.
Marami na
That's
kayong
why-
natanggal, ang ibig sabihin.
Opo.
Pero nung December 15, 2014, marami pa rin ho kayong nakita doon. Marami pa rin ho kayong na ano.
Tama po yun.
Yung time frame na kung saan simula nung nag-umpisa kayo magtatanggal niyan,
Opo.
it took you more than a year or almost a year
Opo.
para umabot kayo doon sa Oplan Galugad na kung saan mas maraming mga kontrabando kayong nakita doon.
Mas marami pa pong nakuha after nung 15 December 2014, yung subsequent na operation po dyan, mas marami pa pong mga armas at kontrabando ang nakuha. Either confiscated or surrendered. Kaya
May
po,
nag-surrender ho.
meron din po.
Ano pang mga kontrabando nakita nyo doon? Tuloy nyo lang ho yung kwento nyo kasi
Yeah po. Gaya po ng nung sabi ko nga po, nung 2013 about more than 3,000 of different ang contraband which include
drugs.
of course,
May nakuha ba kayong
opo,
drugs?
drugs.
Anong klaseng drugs po?
Shabu.
Ilang kilo ho?
Hindi ko na po kukunin ko po yung kung pipilitin po natin
May we
makuha
ask
yung estimated.
the former Bucor chief to submit to this committee, Mr. Chair, the records of the drugs apprehended during the time that he was serving as the Bucor chief. I so
Opo.
move, Mr. Chair.
Opo.
Ano pa hong ano nyo? Ano pa hong
Mga weapons, at times mga high caliber weapons, meron ho kaming na-recover din na mga pinagbabawal na mga equipment like nung sinabi nga kanina, mga air condition, mga golf carts, TV sets, mga luxury items na nakuha.
alam nyo, General, nakakapagtaka ho kasi.
Opo.
2 taon kayo doon. Yung first year nyo, marami kayong kanyong dinimolish na kubol, pero meron pa rin naiwan.
Yes.
At ang what is surprising is yung naiwan, yung mga kubol ng mga big-time drug lords. No?
Opo.
Pangalawa, maraming mga kontrabandong pumasok. Simula yung time na nag-grade kayo, marami pa rin naiwan. Dahil nakita natin yun, no, nag-grade kayo nung December
Yes.
15, 2014. Eh.
Opo, Your Honor.
Pangatlo, nangyayari yung mga concert under your watch. Ano ba ibig sabihin nun? Kayo ba,
Your Honor.
sa aking palagay, Mr. Chairman, Your Honor, with all these things happening, it only means one thing, no? Either you are grossly incompetent in your job as a Bucor chief, or perhaps you are on the take, which is which. Yun lang yung punto ko dun eh.
Wala po doon, Your Honor. Sa totoo lang po, nung ako po ay nandyan, dadalawa lang po kaming tao dyan na naisama ko dyan dahil yung iba ay naalis. Gaya po na sinabi ko kanina, Yung opisina po yan, opisina po ng Bucor ay wala na po tayong maasahan na makakatulong. Yung pong NBP is being run by a superintendent.
So yung
Yung po
superintendent can do actions without your approval. Tama ho ba yun?
Meron po siyang level na dapat...
Kagaya po ng pakipaliwanag po.
yung pong, kung meron pong nangyayari
Kagaya ng concert.
ng concert na yan,
So
dapat
level
po
lang
yan,
ho ng superintendent yon.
dapat, opo.
Hindi nyo ho alam na may concert.
Opo, dapat ako nasabihan po niyan.
Kasi ho, so in all these concerts na nangyari, kasi sa isang affidavit na basa ko, every Saturday merong program eh. So
Yes, sir.
if these are concerts that are held in Bilibid every Saturday, wala kayong alam doon kahit isang beses?
Yun po yung superintendent ang nagmamanage po niyan.
Ito ho yung Colonel Eli.
Hindi po.
Sino po yung
Schwarzkopf,
superintendent?
sa totoo lang po, I reshuffled the superintendents in NBP 7 times. 7 times po ako nag-reshuffle niyan ng mga superintendent dahil po diyan sa mga nababalitaan na yan.
So ang resulta nung pagkakaroon ng concert sa loob ay yung pagre-reshuffle nyo ng mga superintendent. Tama po ba? Kaya nyo sila nire-reshuffle dahil nangyayari yung concert.
Opo, iniimbestigahan natin.
Ilang beses ho kayo nag-reshuffle?
7 times po.
Ibig sabihin, 7 times na kayo nagkaroon ng concert sa loob.
Ay, hindi naman po.
So bakit yung iba nare-reshuffle not just because of concerts being held
Yes, Your
inside?
Honor. Yes,
So yung mga ibang so are you telling this committee na yung mga superintendents na under sa'yo na gumagawa ng mga kalukuhan dahil walang approval mo, sabi mo, ang nagiging parusa nila ay yung kanilang yung pagre-reshuffle nyo sa kanila. Tama po ba yung aking analysis?
Yes, Your Honor. At hindi lang po yun. Sa katotohanan, ako po'y nagsuspinde ng 116 inmates at saka nag-dismiss po ako ng about 13 personnel dyan.
For
Sabay-sabay
why were these people dismissed, General?
For one reason or another, karamihan po ito ay yung pong mga katiwaliang mga nangyayari po doon, gaya ng sinabi ninyo.
So dahil doon sa mga katiwalian, ang ginagamit nyo, ang kanilang penalty ay yung kanilang reshuffling.
Reshuffling,
So,
suspension, dismissal.
Sinasabi nyo sa amin lahat dito na kahit isang beses wala kayong alam na may nagkaroon ng concert doon?
Meron po.
Anong concert po yun?
There was once na a communication na galing po sa DOJ which requested our comment tungkol po dun sa awarding ng platinum ni Colanco.
Yung bang mga existence na mga kubol,
Opo.
hindi ba yun enough basis para alam mo rin yon, Jen?
Yes, Your Honor.
Doon sa pagkakaalam mo, ilan ho yung kubol na nando doon sa loob during your watch? Estimate nyo lang.
Hindi
Give
ko
us a
na-
ballpark figure. Ano nyo?
Marami po yan eh. Maaring may...
Kaninong kubol ho
Libo
yung
yan.
na-demolish nyo para mas madaling maalala?
Please wind up, Your Honor.
Thank you. Kaninong kubol? Yung kay JB Sebastian, dinemolish mo? Hindi. Yung kay Herbert Colanco, dinemolish mo? Kay
Na-demolish
Vicente
po.
C.
Na-demolish po.
Kay JB?
Na-demolish din po kasi order ko po yun sa superintendent and there was a report dahil superintendent na na-demolish nila.
So yung mga high-profile inmates, yung mga alleged drug lords inside sa Bilibid, yung mga kubol nila, sigurado kayo na demolish nyo.
Yes, Your Honor.
So meron ho kayong records niyan.
Meron po.
Paki-provide nyo nga ho ang
Yes.
aming committee tungkol dun sa
Yes, Your Honor.
dun sa mga listahan ng mga kubol kasi mukhang pag alis nyo bumalik ulit eh o hindi kaya parang hindi yata na demolish lahat eh. Last point, Mr. Chair. I was told, General, na meron palang MOA. Ang MOA to all the jails in the country, ang PIDEA. Itong MOA na to was asked for your signature and was submitted to you in April of 2013, kung di ako nagkakamali. Familiar ka doon sa MOA?
Tama po, Your Honor.
So, nung April 2013, nung pag-upo nyo,
Apo.
no, kasi March kayo na upo, di ba po?
Yes, Your Honor.
Nung April, binigyan kayo ng MOA. Anong ginawa nyo sa MOA? Pinirmahan nyo ba ito?
Yes, Your Honor. Ako po ay kagad gumawa nito at isinabit ko po dahil lahat po ng MOA kailangan na-aprobahan po.
So, nung binigay sa inyo, pinirmahan nyo agad at ito'y inano nyo.
Nilagay po sa...
Mr. Chairman, I was told that there were several attempts to follow up with General Bucayo, his signature in this MOA.
Apo.
Unfortunately, I was given a record that the MOA was only signed in 2015. 2013 ho yung MOA nasa inyo, 2015 nyo ho lang pinirmahan.
Tama po yun.
These are months before. Ba't sinasabi nyo kanina na pinirmahan nyo agad?
Ganito po yun, Your Honor.
Pinirmahan nyo o hindi?
Pinirmahan ko po yun and recommended it pinadala ko po sa DOJ.
Gano'ng katagal nyo ho bago pinirmahan?
I must admit, Your Honor, when we were following this up, dahil po nag-uusap po kami ni dating PIDEA diyan, dahil natatagalan yung Oplan Greyhound po yan. Oplan Greyhound ay nawala po doon sa opisina sa taas.
Anong nawala ho? Yung papel?
Yung papel, opo.
So nawala. Pero nung nawala yung papel, hindi nyo na ho naalala, hindi nyo na ho napirmahan.
Hindi ho po. Gumawa po ako ulit. But that was after several months na, maybe a year. Bago gumawa na naman ako ng bago, kaya nga po ang lumalabas niyan, yun lang po lumabas nung sinabi niyo po.
Ang General, last Mr. Chairman.
Please,
General,
one last
kasi
question.
ito very surprising eh. Binigay ho sa kanya yung MOA noong 2013. 2 taon ho nasa lamesa niya yung MOA at hindi ho niya napirmahan. Yung MOA ho is the MOA to all the jails in the country, including NBP. Ngayon, why did it take General Bucayo 2 years to sign this Memorandum of Agreement? Na alam nyo naman, ang purpose ng MOA ay para pagbutihin ang management ng ating mga jails. In fact, I was also told, Mr. Chairman, that there were several attempts and several follow-ups made to his office, and yet he ignored all these follow-ups. Nung ikaw, bago ho kayo mag-resign, mag-submit ng inyong resignation, doon nyo lang ho napirmahan.
Yes, sir. Pero hindi po sa lamesa ko. Sinabit ko po yan sa taas, sa opisina po ng undersecretary. Pero follow-up book kami ng papalo-up doon, nawala po yung papel. And so, I have to make
Napaka-inefficient
it
naman
again.
ho pala nung papel nyo. At medyo, ibig sabihin, yung binigay sa inyo yung papel na yon, you know very well that this is a very important piece of
Yes,
document. And yet, you did not act on it. Tapos ngayon, ang rason mo, nawala yung papel sa lamesa nyo.
Hindi po. Sinabit, Your Honor, ako po ay inaksyonan po namin kaagad yan. At sinabit po namin sa opisina ng Department
So
of
ang ibig mong
Justice.
sabihin, nung pinasa ho sa inyo yung MOA, ipinasa nyo sa DOJ.
Opo.
Kay Secretary.
Opo.
At hinintay nyo yung aksyon ni Secretary.
Dahil po lahat ng MOA ay kailangan dadaan po sa Secretary.
I am not familiar with the procedure, Mr. Chair, kung totoo nga bang dumadaan kay Secretary. But just the same, I just was surprised to find out that it took 2 years before General Bucayo, who's supposed to have signed that document the moment he received it, ang tagal ho bago na ilabas. So, yun lamang, naubos na
Thank
ho
you.
yung oras ko.
You will have your
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
time in the Dangerous Drugs Committee when you call again these personalities. So, anyway, just for your info, we still have about 11 interpellators, and if you give about 10 minutes each per interpellator, then we will consume about 110 minutes or roughly about 2 hours. So that is, it's 7. And so, assuming precise po tayo, mga 2 oras pa po tayo, kanya we will now proceed with the next interpellator, Representative Gonzaga, then Representative Garcia, and then Fortun, Alejano, Paduano, Yu, Crisologo, Uy Barreta, nandito pa ba? Wala na, no? Sandoval, Ricky, wala na rin. And then Tambunting, and then Majority Floor Leader Fariñas. So, Congressman Gonzaga, you are now recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Thank you. My question is directed to General Magalong, please. Are you aware of the list of information given by Superintendent Baliroso to Colonel Gunguyan?
Your Honor, Your Honor, Mr. Chair, yung list po na yon, hindi po talaga ako aware na may listahan ho. I know that he is providing information to to Colonel Gunguyan.
And Gunguyan gave that list to you or information to you?
Hindi po. The list, ang process po is from the informant, it's given to the handler. Handler gives it to the division chief. The division chief gives it to the division intelligence. Intelligence process it. Yung pinaprocess ho nila yung information so that it can be converted to intelligence. Once na-converted na intelligence, ibig sabihin, evaluated to, validated to, yun lang po yung information that turn out to be an intelligence, yun lang po ipapasok dun sa case management analysis system.
Okay, so this list of information given by Mr. Arili to Superintendent Baliroso is not in your information or what we call Intel office.
Your Honor, I was several minutes ago, tinignan ko ho yung list niya. And many of those personalities that was stipulated in that list, meron na po kami as early as, meron na po kami sa aming database.
Okay, that is why the list of information was dated August 2016.
Yes, Your Honor. But as early as April, May, marami na po kaming information. Siguro ho, nag-augment lang po yun do sa mga alam namin. I would like to show you a very intricate po na kwan sana. Kaya lang ho, it's not the right place to show that kwan. I can show it later to you, sir, para makita mo. You have an idea how it's being processed and it's how it's being, yung end product, makikita nyo ho doon.
Can we ask the committee to tackle the proposal of General Magalong in a executive session? Not now.
Meron ba national security issue dito?
It's a very sensitive document, Mr. Chair.
Okay, so we have two now to cover on executive session. Okay.
May I proceed, sir? General Magalong, do you consider NBP as a command center for drug proliferation?
Absolutely, Your Honor.
So from NBP, may order to NBP, then pagbalik supply na to different parts of our country.
Yes, Your Honor.
Lahat na magiging o tumatanggap ng illegal drugs ay meron na ho kayong information dyan, Miss General Magalong?
Not necessarily po. Not necessarily. But essentially ho, substantial na po yung alam na rin po namin na sistema. Yung process nila, yung system, yung communication flow, yung flow ho ng delivery, kahit papaano ho, substantial na rin po yung alam namin. And we have enough actionable intelligence to launch an operation in NBP with the help of the different agencies. So, nakasama ho namin.
Okay, thank you po. I will direct my question to General Bucayo. Sir, you mentioned earlier that when you were asked who made the decision to not to transfer JB Sebastian to the NBI facility, ang sagot niyo po, consensus ng grupo. Whom are you referring to?
Yung PAOK po, Your Honor, PAOK, NBI, Bucor, and DOJ.
When this group decided not to include JB Sebastian, at that time, was the then secretary of the DOJ part of the group who decided not to transfer JB Sebastian?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ultimately, it was the then secretary who decided not to transfer JB Sebastian.
Yes, Your Honor.
You were asked earlier who decided not to transfer JB Sebastian. You refused to answer. Now, it is clear that ultimately, DOJ then secretary was the one responsible in making decision not to transfer JB Sebastian. Am I right, General Bucayo?
It was the consensus of the group and was recommended to the secretary and she approved, Your Honor.
Thank you po. I would like to ask my question to the good secretary. Sir? Okay, thank you po. Secretary Aguirre. There was a statement, press release from Secretary De Lima or Senator De Lima, considering or stating that JB Sebastian is an asset of the government. What is your take of this, Honorable Distinguished Secretary?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I could not believe it. In other words, it is not only an afterthought. Why? First, if JB Sebastian is an asset, why is he the king in the illegal drug trade? Secondly, it is not the business of the Secretary of Justice to have assets. It's the business of investigative agencies like the NBI, PDEA, Bureau of Immigration. Thirdly, if Sebastian was really an asset, bakit mo hindi isasama yan dun sa 19? Ano makukuhang informasyon mo yan kung ihiwalay mo? And of course, gagawin mo bang asset ang alam ng lahat na siyang favorite mo? So, it's a lot of bull.
Okay. General Bucayo, do you consider JV Sebastian as part of the illegal drug trading, selling, delivery, and distribution inside the NBP?
Yes, Your Honor. As I am informed by the PAOK, Your Honor.
Do you have your answer is by way of an information? Do you have your own personal observation to that effect that JV Sebastian is indeed engaging in trading, selling of illegal drugs inside the NBP?
Your Honor, aking nababalitaan lamang. Gaya po ng sinabi ko, wala pong kapabilidad kasi ang Bucor. Personal knowledge lang.
You do not have personal knowledge.
Yes, Your Honor.
Alam ba ni Superintendent Rabo na si JB Sebastian is into illegal trading, selling of illegal drugs?
I do not know, Your Honor.
You do not know. General Bucayo, alam ko po stress na stress ka. Alam ko po na talagang ikaw yung, kumbaga, ikaw talaga yung nagiging subject ng latigo ngayon. Para bang dila lang walay labod sa imo ingon ni Ma'am Gwen. I was observing you. There were so many questions and you cannot easily answer them, and you were asking your references to General Villasanta.
Yes.
Can you answer me, please? Bakit po ganon?
Yes, Your Honor, and thank you for that question. So I may explain. Gaya na po ng sinabi ko kanina, when I embark on in Bucor, ako po ay nag-concentrate dun po sa capacitating Bucor. The other side of this is yung in addressing the illegal organized crime inside Bucor. Dahil po walang capability ang Bucor, ako po ay kumuha ng partner. That's why I membered Bucor as sa NALEC Subcommittee on Organized Crime para po matap ko po yung mga law enforcement agencies in that group para po tumulong sa akin. And this means sila po yung they were the ones who handled that part of addressing the organized crime.
So kinuha mo si General Villasanta.
Yes, Your Honor.
It was revealed by General Magalong in the Oplan Kronos, in the case build up and in the preparation for Oplan Kronos. Nung fifth meeting po, yung fifth meeting, last meeting prior to December 15, 2014, hindi nakasali si General Magalong and Dipidea. Instead, ang kasali doon sa meeting, ikaw, General Villasanta, and General Garbo. Kayo bang tatlo magkakaibigan?
Your Honor, we're classmate. Magkaibigan naman po.
Magkakaibigan, magka-classmates kayong tatlo. What about General Kakdak?
Si General Katlak ay aming senior po.
Therefore, it was General Garbo who represented the PNP the last time you met prior to December 15, 2014.
Your Honor, ang talagang na-invite po ng DOJ dyan ay ang DILG. And ang pinadala pong representative ay si General Garbo. But he did not participate in the planning. And doon lang po siya dahil kami po ay nag-request ng assistance at tulong na makapagpadala sila ng SAF at saka NCRPO sa operation.
Okay po. Mr. General Bucayo, you were asked earlier, yung sabi ng mga tanong, may participation ka ba? Ano bang ginawa mo? You were asked then by Congressman Barbers kung ano pong magandang ginawa mo doon. Meron ka na palang magandang ginawa. Do you consider your failure as nonfeasance, Mr. General Garbo? General Bucayo?
I tried my best. 2 taon lang po yan eh. But napakabigat po talaga ng pasanin sa loob. And tried my best na may magawa po akong pagbabago doon.
Wala kang nagawang pagbabago because you were not supported then by the DOJ Secretary and the previous administration. Is that correct? We would like
Yes, Your
to
Honor.
put on the record, Mr. Chair, that the witness has
Yes.
almost 7 seconds before he answered in the affirmative. My last question po, tungkol po, I direct my question to General Asuncion. Maganda po yung pamalalakad ngayon sa NBP. Bakit po?
Because, first of all, Secretary of Justice is very supportive as well as the President, Your Honor.
Ibig ba sabihin, there is a big difference as to manner of support, financial, and whatsoever sa previous administration compared to your administration in the NBP?
I don't have any figures on the past administration, Your Honor. I was still then with the Philippine National Police when during the time, and it's only now that I can categorically say that we at Bucor are receiving quality support from our superior officers, Your Honor.
Kaya mo bang buwagin, General Asuncion, yung mga kubol na special o mga VIP treatment dyan in your administration?
Please wind up, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
Ibig sabihin, because of the support of this present administration and the present Secretary of DOJ, wala ho yung problema yung gobyerno to dismantle, remove, or any manner unpuzzle the proliferation of illegal drugs in the NBP.
We can do it, Your Honor.
So sa ngayon, wala na ho pong trading na hindi na ho naging command center ngayon ang NBP.
Thank you, Your Honor. That will be your last question, please.
Well, sir, with the installation of the new jammers at the new Bilibid prison, at the building 14 of the new Bilibid prison, I am pretty sure that the illegal drug trade within the new Bilibid prison was cut significantly. Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you for the extension, Mr.
Thank
Chair.
you. Perhaps Deputy Speaker Gwen Garcia can follow through on that. You're now recognized, Congresswoman Garcia.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. If I may, this first question, kung pwede, hindi ko naman ito itanong sa ating mga resource persons, but the Chair himself. Pwede hindi mo muna itong i-minus sa aking precious time? Mr. Chair, it was settled...
Please continue. We'll cross the bridge when we get there.
This is directed to the Chair, so I hope that this will not be counted against my precious
You have
time.
a question to me?
Yes, Mr.
Ano po
Chair.
yun?
We had decided earlier that we would be holding our next hearing
On Monday.
this coming Monday, and there was a certain assurance that perhaps J.B. Sebastian would know, might be able. There was a, hindi
That was
naman
the
100%,
commitment of the
yes,
Secretary of Justice.
that J.B. Sebastian, if he is medically fit, might be presented. If that is right, Mr. Chair?
That's Mr.
Yes.
Chair, that's right. If Sebastian is medically fit and the doctor allows it, then he will be here Monday.
Well, throughout this entire hearing, there are really two superstars as far as the often mentioned names are concerned. J.B. Sebastian, and now I must vocalize the question that is probably in several minds that is being asked, as well as our audience that has stayed with us all these long hours. Would we know if, Mr. Chair, Ronnie Dayan would also be presented if only the chair has...
Mamaya, before we end the hearing, we will have to deal with Ronnie Dayan, who failed to appear despite the subpoena issued. So we'll cite him in contempt and then order the arrest.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. And now my 3 minutes start. My first question will be directed to Mr. Durano. We go to your affidavit. Palihog, magbinisay anay lang ta. If it's okay, Mr. Chair. Anyway, these are all in Tagalog.
For as long as you will translate, Your Honor.
Yes, Mr. Chair. I refer to paragraph 9. Palihog imo, basahara palihog. Paragraph 9.
Magandang
No,
hap,
this is
magandang
Mr. Durano.
Mayong gabi po, Your Honor. Nagkaroon ako ng magandang pakikisama kay Jaguar habang siya ay nasa Building 11. Sa kanyang negosyo, nagsimula siyang kumuha ng 2 kilong shabu mula kay Peter Ko at 2 kilo mula naman sa ilan pang Chinese. At ito ay pinapaikot niya kada 2 weeks. Lahat ng shabu ay galing sa labas ng kulungan at pagpoproseso ng mga order ay nangyayari naman sa pamamagitan ng contacts mula sa loob at labas ng kulungan. Ang alam ko ay walang gumagawa ng shabu sa loob ng NBP. Ngunit lahat ng transaksyon at mga order mula sa mga boss ay galing dito sa loob at pinaparating na lamang sa kanilang mga tao sa labas gamit ang cellphone.
So imo nahibaw-an wa gyoy gihimo nga shabu sud sa NBP.
Opo, Your Honor.
Now my question is, nahibaw ba ka ug duna bay mga shabu warehouses sa Visayas ug Mindanao?
Naa, Your Honor, pero dili warehouses na galing sa Chinese.
Please translate.
I asked if there are existing warehouses, shabu, laboratories or warehouses in the Visayas because he's specifically from Cebu
And the answer
as well
is?
as Mindanao.
And the answer is?
Wala po, Your Honor.
Wala
Pero
po,
ang
pero
magkaroon
meron po.
man ng warehouses doon, yung bumibili galing dito sa Maynila. Katulad ni Jaguar, pag kumukuha siya ng 50 kilo, doon na yan, gagawin na niyang warehouse doon para sa tao niya.
So saan kinukuha yung 50 kilo?
Dito po, sa Manila. Pag lumagpas ka na kasi ng 20 o 30, ang sistema ng padala doon, sa sasakyan na lang po, yung buong kotse.
And yung paragraph 10 mo, you are referring to Kerwin, gusto mo take over sa Western Visayas, sakto ba?
Hindi siya gusto mo take over, gusto siya magnegosyo doon.
Yes, mo negosyo. Pero Albuera makahani, so dili ni Western. Eastern Visayas ni.
Oh, Eastern.
Okay, so
Yung
i-correct tingali ni.
buong Region 8 ang gusto
Region
niya.
8 is Eastern Visayas.
Yun po, Your Honor.
Thank you. Can I go to Arile, please? Paragraph 10 sa ano mo? Meron ka yung Annex A. Ito pala. Annex A, may I refer to the first paragraph in the last, before the last sentence before number 2. Basaha, pwede mo bang basahin?
Colonel Valeroso Parderaberd in vernacular, Brad, ayaw patulan ng report natin ni General Magalong, baka niya may masagasaan.
Colonel Valeroso, do you confirm this?
Your Honor, yun lang ang nasabi ko sa kanya because I cannot divulge to him the real story from the CIDG.
But you referred to General Magalong saying na ayaw niyang patulan ang report because may mamasagasaan.
Sinabi lang sa akin yan, ma'am, ni Senior Superintendent John Goygoyon, ma'am.
General Magalong, would you like to answer?
Your Honor, I have no knowledge about that, about the utterance of Colonel Valeroso.
General Magalong, is it true that when Oplan Cronus was discussed, there was a question on who would be the ground commander, and both General Bucayo and General Villasanta refused to be ground commander?
Your Honor, ang nangyari po kasi ganito po. Si General, during one of our meetings, yung planning session sa PIDEA, nabanggit po kung sino po ang magiging ground commander. Initially po, ang ground commander dapat si General Kakdak, being the head of the Philippine Drug Enforcement Agency and being the lead agency in the anti-drug campaign. Okay na po yun. Tapos na po yun. Solved na po lahat doon. But then, nung nag-meeting po kami nila General Bucayu sa PIDEA, nabanggit din po sana na mas maganda po kung si General Bucayo ang mag-head, being the head of Bucor. Pero sabi ho niya na kung pwede, wag ho siya. Naintindihan ko naman po because he was really very, very concerned about his safety and that of his family. And then, nalaman ko rin po na si General Kakdak na rin po is ayaw na rin po mag-head nung, for some reasons, nung operation. So, yun na po yung crisis. So, ang ginawa ko po is...
also offered?
Hindi po. Kasi si General Villasanta, sir, is with intelligence and they're helping Bucor, sir, at yung operation din po, they're providing information. So, nung nagkita po kami ni Ma'am De Lima, kasi alam po yung isa yung sa mga critical na issues, Ma'am, binanggit ko sa kanya na nag-withdraw si General Kakda, ayaw naman ni General Bucayo. If you need anybody to lead the operations, I'm volunteering. Para matuloy lang, ma'am, yung operation.
Anong sagot ni SOJ De Lima then?
Sige lang, papatawag ako, Benji. Papatawag ako. Sabi niya, General.
Magpapatawag sa'yo?
Ng meeting po.
You mentioned earlier about a letter of instruction that would have been signed.
Yes, Your Honor.
And this letter of instruction should have been signed between?
Our proposal is that this letter of instruction was actually prepared in the Philippine Drug Enforcement Agency after the planning session. Initially, ma'am, this should have been signed by the SOJ. And then,
meaning
considering
the Secretary of Justice?
Yes, ma'am.
And?
Pero, ang proposal namin is it should be a joint letter of instruction to be signed by the former SILG and the former SOJ.
So, the former SILG then was?
Secretary Rojas, Your Honor.
Was this LOI ever signed by the two?
Hindi po. Hindi po napirmahan. Ang sinabit po namin kay sinabit po ng PIDEA sa office po ni Senator De Lima, Secretary De Lima. Hindi na po namin alam kung ano po nangyari doon.
Bakit kailangan ng LOI sana?
That would formalize po yung operation, Your Honor.
Which would mean
we need a plan to cover the operation.
Which would formalize the involvement of the
different
PNP
agencies, yes, ma'am.
Under the SILG.
Yes, ma'am.
And yet, in the raid that subsequently happened in December of 2014, was there the presence of the PNP?
Yes, ma'am. Meron na po. Meron po yung Special Action Force.
Did that mean
they were never involved in the planning. Yung NCRPO, nakipag-contact nila, but they were never involved in the planning.
Did that mean that the LOI was eventually signed?
No, ma'am. Hindi po na-implement yung LOI. It was set aside.
And so, therefore, there was no formalization of the PNP's involvement in that raid?
I do not know, ma'am. But insofar as I'm concerned, the LOI was never signed.
That is how protocol should have been?
Yes, ma'am.
Who were in the raid? Could you repeat, please?
Mama, ang representative namin sa raid was ang nag-organize sa Philippine National Police was General Garbo. Tapos there were operatives from
General
NCRPO.
Garbo?
Yes, ma'am.
Is this General Marcelino Garbo?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you referring to one of the narco generals pinpointed by President Duterte?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Your Honor.
Now, in a subsequent press conference that was held by Secretary De Lima now, right after our hearing, she stated that according to my source, General Magalong told him he doesn't believe that Senator De Lima is involved in drug protection and received bribe. Is this true?
Your Honor, during that time, before I heard the testimony of the different witnesses during the first hearing, syempre, ma'am, in the absence of any piece of evidence that would, implicate the secretary, the senator, wala po ako naniniwala. Hindi po ako maniniwala basta-basta.
But you, by Senator De Lima, right after the hearing that we had, whereupon the testimonies were already given as presented by the Department of Justice.
Your Honor, my utterance was done before the hearing.
So would you like to perhaps put a sense of time or perspective to the claim of Senator De Lima in that particular press conference that you, General Magalong, apparently told her source that you do not believe that and I quote, Senator De Lima is involved in drug protection and received bribes.
Yes, Your Honor. That was before the hearing, Your Honor.
Would you like now to
Yes,
correct
Your Honor.
that statement?
Definitely, Your
Categorically?
Honor, yes.
Would you now believe that perhaps after hearing all of these testimonies,
I still have to go over all the testimonies, Your Honor. As an investigator, kailangan ko pong tignan mabuti.
I understand, but what would be your position now? Definitely, you would take back this statement.
Ma'am, ma'am, kung ako po yung investigator, hindi po ako magbibigay ng judgment na the senator is already guilty of, you know, getting of her involvement in drugs. We don't have sa nakikita ko, ma'am, kulang
But would
pa
you
po. I need to go over the
categorically take back this statement that Senator De Lima has claimed you allegedly stated, and you put in a sense of time or context dyan sinabi mo, that was long before.
Yes,
na
ma'am.
wala pa akong naririnig,
Yes,
wala
Your
pa
Honor.
mga testimonies.
Yes, Your
So
Honor.
from that time, and after, this is now the third day
Yes,
of
Your Honor.
hearing that we have been conducting, and numerous witnesses have presented their testimonies. The congressmen have interpolated these witnesses.
Yes, Honor.
Would you, I have to repeat my question, would you still maintain that belief that Senator De Lima is not involved in the illegal drug trade, nor did she receive bribes?
Your Honor, after hearing all these witnesses, nabago na po yung pananaw ko.
Paano nagbago po?
Your Honor, if you're looking at the different testimonies of the different witnesses, mag-iisip ka na rin, baka involved si Senator De Lima. Hindi na yung absolutely, I don't believe she is involved. Pero ngayon, mag-iisip ka na rin, baka involved nga siya. Bakit ganito na yung mga testimony ng mga witnesses and personal knowledge ng mga witnesses? But if you ask me, Your Honor, if categorically I would say guilty na siya, I won't say that, Your Honor.
Well, that's good enough. Would you tell me what agaw bato is?
Your Honor, yung agaw bato is a scheme of law enforcers wherein, in the guise of a legitimate operation, by applying for a pre-operations report, they have a specific target, usually a high-profile Chinese personality, drug suspect. Susundan ho nila yan, they conduct surveillance. Once na makita na ho nila, yung malocate ho nila yung kanilang target, they will arrest the guy, kukunin ho nila yung drugs, and at the same time, on their way to their safe house, pag nasalubong ho sila ng ibang law enforcement agency, pwede ho nilang ipakita lagi na, meron kaming this a legitimate operation because we have this formal document. Pag wala naman hong sumalubong ho sa kanila na ibang agency, dire-diretso na ho sila sa safe house, doon na ho nila paghahatihan yung kanilang yung mga drugs ho na nakuha nila. At the same time, pwede rin ho nilang ipatubos ho yung Chinese na nakuha nila doon sa sindikato mismo. So, yun po yung mga kanilang mga scheme.
So
yun ho yung illicit activities.
in other words, it's a sham raid.
Yes, Your Honor.
Much like what happened with the Pampanga CIDG.
Yes, Your Honor.
May I ask you, General Magalong, given your investigative prowess and the fact that you yourself had meticulously planned Oplan Kronos, which was subsequently set aside, in the end, nagkaroon ng isang raid doon sa NBP, December of 2014, where CIDG was left out. Would you perhaps see elements of sham in that particular raid?
Your Honor, I cannot, at the moment, I do not like to speculate,
Given the personalities involved and the still inexplicable fact that Oplan Kronos, which preceded the other two, Oplan Galugad and Oplan, ano pa ba yun? Nomad, which in fact this preceded the other two Oplans, a rather mysterious setting aside of Oplan Kronos and mysteriously omitting the presence of CIDG, and then without an LOI signed by both Secretary of Justice and the Secretary of the DILG, suddenly the PNP makes an appearance, not following protocol, in that particular raid. Lo and behold, headed by the identified narco general, Marcelino Garbo.
Madam Deputy Speaker, your time is over, but the chair will give you additional 1 minute for you to wind up.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair, Your Honor.
Would you say, and my question was, given all of these, and we add right now claims that instead of the 1 million plus supposed to be money that was recovered, in fact, there are now claims that the amount could have reached 300 million, including dollars and jewelry. Would you say that that particular raid, headed by the DOJ with the NBI, with General Garbo, together with General Bucayo and General Villasanta, General Bucayo, who had in fact asked you not to proceed with Oplan Kronos because, and I will quote, Benji, kung pwede, huwag mong i-raid yung NBP. Benji, mamatay ako. Delikado ako dyan. These were your exact words. And yet, General Bucayo participated and in fact was in that raid. If I may recall, in the initial planning stage, the NBP was really omitted from the planning because NBP was really, as my colleague has said, and admitted by you, the considered command center. So my question is, would you, just by all of these strange circumstances put together, would you say that the December 15, 2014 raid at the NBP have the elements of a sham raid?
Madam Deputy Speaker, your additional 1 minute is over, but the good Director Magalong will have to answer her last question.
Mr. Chair, Your Honor, I would insist that I would refrain from speculating. I have insufficient data to pass judgment, Your Honor. I'm really very sorry.
Well, thank you, General Magalong. But I think we've heard quite a lot.
Okay, thank you very much, Madam Deputy Speaker. Before we will proceed, the committee will have to address one administrative matter. For the information of the members of this committee, on September 28, 2006, the Honorable Speaker, Honorable Pantanyon Alvarez, and the Chairman of this committee, the Honorable O'Malley, issued a subpoena ad testificandum to Mr. Ronnie Palisok Dayan, Orbistondo, Pangasinan, to appear before this committee hearing today, October 5 and 6, 2016 at 9:30 in the morning to answer questions regarding the subject matter of the above-mentioned inquiry, especially in the proliferation and trading of drugs inside the New Bilibid prison. The subpoena for Mr. Dayan was returned by the Philippine National Police with a notation that it was received by a certain Ernesto Florita on October 1, 2016 at 3 p.m. Pursuant to our rules, Section 8, Attendance of Witnesses, the last paragraph thereof, subpoena shall be served to a witness at least 3 days before a scheduled hearing in order to give the witness every opportunity to prepare for the hearing and to employ counsel should the witness desire. In this connection, the subpoena was served at the reasonable time as provided for under the law. The chair is now open for any motion from the members of this committee for whatever appropriate action should be taken out in accordance with our role.
Mr. Chair, I move
Yes.
that we hold Ronnie Dayan in contempt for refusing to
Appear. I second.
appear before this committee.
It has been moved by the Honorable Deputy Speaker Gwen Garcia, duly seconded by the Honorable Crisologo, that Mr. Ronnie Palisok Dayan shall be held in contempt so that the corresponding warrant can be issued in order that he will be compelled to appear before this
Mr. Chair,
for this committee.
Mr. Chair,
Is there any
point of
objection?
clarification, point of order, do we have a quorum? May we request the COMSEC to please inform the body of compliance with the quorum requirements for citation of contempt of a witness.
Thank you very much, boss, for the reminder. May I now call the attention of the committee secretary as to whether or not at this time that we deliberated and act on this issue, whether the required quorum under the rules is still existing.
Yes, Your Honor. Under our rules, two-thirds vote are needed before to hold a witness in contempt. And since we have 10 members present and there is a quorum, our quorum is 10. The two-third votes is 6, and therefore we can vote to hold the witness in contempt.
Chairman O'Malley, that's the response of our committee secretary.
Thank you. I guess then we can proceed. There being a quorum to rule on the matter.
There is a motion, duly seconded. Is there any objection? There being none, then the motion is approved. So, shall we proceed now?
What is the order, Mr. Chair?
The order is that pursuant to the approved motion, which was where there is no objection, an order shall be issued address that Mr. Ronnie Palisok Dayan is hereby held in contempt, and an order shall be issued by this committee to be approved by the Honorable Speaker, directing for the issuance of his warrant of arrest for him to be compelled to be present in the next committee hearing, which shall be held on October 10, 2011. We have here our majority floor leader. May I ask for his guidance if the action of the committee and the order of the chair is in consonance with our roles and the practice of this august body?
Yes, I consulted with the COMSEC regarding the rules of this particular committee, and it says on section 11 that the committee may punish any person for contempt by a vote of two-thirds of the members present, there being a quorum. So the number of members of this committee presently is at 43, so 20% of that is 8.6. So 8.6 is already, we have quorum, so you will need two-thirds of 9. So, members present. So 10. So we have more than the required vote.
Okay, thank you very much, the Honorable Majority Floor Leader.
Let us make, to be specific about it, it says here that the following shall be grounds for citing any person in contempt. Refusal without legal excuse to obey summons. So this is the case of Mr. Dayan. He, according to your records, it has been duly served and he has not advanced any legal excuse for his absence here, then it is a proper case for contempt.
Thank you for that,
Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair.
The Honorable O'Malley is recognized.
Yes, in this regard, we would like to enlist the support of the Department of Justice and all law enforcement agencies under the Department of Justice and the PNP to assist this committee in the arrest of this particular witness.
Mr. Chair,
Mr. Chair,
Before the chair will recognize the Honorable Tambonting, can we please hear any comment from the good secretary of the Department of Justice?
thank you, Mr. Chair. When could we have a copy of the warrant?
May I ask the COMSEC if the warrant or the necessary documents that will be issued can be available tomorrow?
Because man.
Yeah, but it must be as early as before Monday, because Monday is the date of the committee hearing where we are requiring him to appear. What does the COMSEC say on this matter?
Bukas.
We will coordinate with the office of the speaker for the required documentation.
Ako po ay nagplano ng Oplan Nomad upang ihiwalay ang mga high risk and high profile inmate. And it was successful. And after 80 years, ito lang po yung unprecedented and first time na nangyari over several years, yung magnitude ng ganitong operasyon na kinailangang ng mga more than 400 na tao upang magawa po ito.
Tanong ko sa iyo, General Bucayo, ay bakit hindi mo nagawa?
Nang kami po ay, si JB po ay hindi nakasama doon sa 20 na yon. Dahil po nung kami nag-uusap, na pag-isip-isipan po ng grupo na kung maalis silang lahat ay maaaring magkaroon ng vacuum of leadership. So, ang usapan po dyan, naging usapan ay pinagpilian kung si JB o si Kulangko. Ngunit ang pag-agrihan po ng grupo at that time ay si JB ang maiwan dahil sa tingin ng grupo siya po ang more manageable and cooperative. Yun po yun.
Sino ang leader sa National Bilibid Prison? Si Kulangko, si JB Sebastian o ikaw na direktor ng correction?
Ako po ang namamahala sa...
Bakit kailangan at matatakot kayo na magkaroon ng vacuum kung susugpuin ninyo si Sebastian?
Ito po yung realidad. Yun po yung kultura na umiikot po sa loob ng ating piitan.
Ang ibig mong sabihin ay pababayaan mo, General Bucayo, na mamayagpag ang isang kultura na iyan ay iyong obligasyon na dapat supuin bilang direktor ng Bureau of Correction.
Hindi naman po. Kaya po,
kung hindi, bakit hindi mo ginawa?
Kaya po kami nagplano ng mahinahon na talagang alamin yung terrain. Dahil po, kapag parehas ng sinasabi ko po kanina, ang ating kulungan po ay hindi confiscate several contrabands and arrested some inmates doon noong 2013 tsaka 2014. Much of this po ay we are under the control and supervision ng secretary.
Pero ikaw ang namamahala sa Bureau of Correction.
Opo.
Kaya hindi mo maaring gawin na alibay ang otoridad ng Department of Justice o ni Secretary de Lima.
lahat po ay kailangan may approval po sa taas.
Ang ibig mong sabihin ay hindi ka makakagalaw sa loob ng Bureau ng Bilibid Prison kung walang approval si Secretary de Lima.
Meron po to a certain level. Kaya nga po sinasabi ko kanina na marami po kaming natrabaho doon, na confiscate ng mga contrabands to prevent proliferation of illegal activities sa loob noong 2013 po at saka 2014.
May na-confiscate kayo pero hindi nyo pa rin nasugpo ang isang tao na si JB Sebastian.
Tama po yan.
Ngayon, pagkatapos ng ilang taon na hindi ninyo nasugpo si JB Sebastian na iisang tao, masasabi mo ba, General Bucayo, na natupad mo ang iyong tungkulin na sinumpaan nung ikaw ay itinalaga bilang direktor ng Bureau of Prison?
Your Honor, I tried my best and in all my capacity na gawin po lahat na maaari kong magawa upang may ayos po ang Bucor at mapahinto ang mga illegal na gawain sa loob.
Kaya inamin mong wala ka nagawa?
Marami po akong nagawa, Your Honor.
Ang pagsugpo kay JB Sebastian.
Tama po yan.
Ano ang dahilan? Bakit? Iisang tao na hindi mo masugpo.
Sa aking sa gawain na Your Honor, this high-profile inmate na nakaka-impluwensya doon sa general population ay ma-segregate po natin para upang sa ganon ay matigil ang mga illegal na gawain. Sa lahat po ito ng mga regional offices. Yun po ang hiningi ko sa kanila.
Walang tulong na binigay si Secretary de Lima.
Wala po.
Kaya ibig mong sabihin na hindi rin tinupad ni Secretary de Lima ang kanyang tungkulin bilang Secretary of Justice upang maisaayos ang ating mga kulungan.
Ang alam ko po ay isinabit din po niya yung aking mga request pero wala pong nabigay na suporta.
Ngayon, General Bucayo, klaro na wala kang nagawa na supuin si Sebastian.
Po yun sa ating nagawa na isegregate.
Kung may nailipat ka na 19 sa NBI, bakit hindi mo isinama si Sebastian?
Gaya po ng maagang nasabi ko na sa matter of culture doon po sa loob ng ating piitan dahil yung ating piitan po ay hindi direhas. Baka ho magkaroon ng riot pag nagkaroon po ng rush for leadership.
Maaari pa ba silang mag-riot kung sila lahat ay nasa NBI?
Yun nga ho ang problema dahil limitado rin po ang pwedeng i-accommodate sa NBI.
Kailangan ba na meron silang kutsyon? Kailangan ba na sila ay nakakapaglaro ng tennis, ng basketball sa kanilang kulungan sa NBI na hindi mo maisama si Sebastian sa mga inilipat sa NBI?
Sa katotohanan lang po, Your Honor, yung pag-iwan namin kay Sebastian, we were thinking at that time, yung interagency na very temporary. Very temporary dahil sa kadahilan ng pag naayos na ho at natanggal na kasi yung mga top level at maaaring mag-normalize. Kasi, Your Honor, at that time, pinagagawa ko pa ho yung Building 14.
Ang tanong ko sa iyo, huwag mong sayangin, General Bucayo, ang aking oras. Ang tanong ko sa iyo ay, sa 19 o sa mga inmates na inilipat sa NBI, bakit hindi mo isinama si Sebastian?
Restrained ang mga inmate. Yan po ay naglalakad-lakad lang ho dyan at meron tayong 13 gangs inside. Ang gwardiya po natin dyan at times ay 14,000 po nasa maximum at ang gwardiya po natin dyan ay baka wala pang 100 sa
at illegal sa loob ng kulungan?
marami pong pwedeng gawain.
Bakit hindi ninyo ginawa?
Ngunit ang isang malaking problema po kasi yung ating facility. Wala na po kasing ibang paglalagyan. Hindi po tayo pwedeng kumuha riyan at iwanan din po natin dahil wala na hong yung ating jail facility has no segregation capability. Yan po yung tunay na sakit ng ating opisina, ng ating mga piitan. It has become a fort, a walled city. Ganun po yung nangyari doon. Kaya napakahirap po talaga na i-handle sila sa supposedly standard na pamamaraan.
Ikaw ba'y humingi ng tulong kay Secretary de Lima sa mga problemang ito?
Opo.
Ano ang kanyang reaksyon sa tulong na iyong hinihingi? Ang aking tinatanong sa iyo ay kung ikaw ay humingi ng tulong kay Secretary de Lima upang mabigyan ng solusyon ang kakulangan natin sa ating kulungan. Ang OPLAN ay one time lamang, General Bucayo. Ang aking tinatanong sa iyo,
ang iyong hininging
ay kung
tulong?
ikaw ay humingi
ang hinigi ko pong
ng tulong
ay tulungan po ako in 2 budget period. Ako po ay nagpunta sa mga at nagpatulong din po ako sa kanya na bigyan po ang Bucor ng budget upang makagawa ng kahit na small capacity jail na kayang magkulong ng mga 100 to 200 para po yung mga high risk. Your Honor, nabanggit ko na ho yung reason kong kanina, ngunit nandito po sa atin si General Villasanta na magbibigay pa ho sa inyong katanungan ng isang reason. Dahil
ikaw ang tinatanong ko, General Bucayo.
Opo.
Ano ang espesyal na dahilan? Dahil ba siya'y favored na inmate? Ikaw ba'y may instruction na huwag siyang isama?
Hindi po. Hindi po yun. Ako po ay wala po sa intelligence group at saka sa law enforcement na nagbuo po ng mga pangalan ng mga iyan. Ako po ang binibigyan lang po nila ng informasyon. So, gaya po ng sinabi ko, makapagpapaliwanag po ng additional yang ang PAOK dahil po sila po yung nagtrabaho po ng mga impormasyong tungkol diyan.
Pero ikaw ang direktor ng Bureau of Correction. Pagkatapos ni Secretary de Lima, ikaw ang pinakamakapangyarihang tao dyan sa loob.
Tama po yun. Ngunit ako po ay in working relation with the intelligence group na nagbuo po ng mga pangalan.
Ano pa ang kailangan ng intelligence group dyan sa loob ng Bureau of Correction? It is a matter of including him Kailangan pa bang tiktikan kung kailangan isama siya sa itatransfer sa NBI?
Ang gaya po ng sinabi ko kanina, ito po ay consensus po ng grupo nung naiwan si JB. Ang grupo nito ay yung PAOK, NBI at saka DOJ.
Ano ang kanilang dahilan at naiwan siya?
Your Honor, kung papayagan niyo po na yun na pong PAOK ang